Hey, it's Jason with jamzDOTnet, cars, DIY, and adventures. And today, it's a bit of a car DIY project on my 2023 Ford Maverick XL Hybrid. This is something that, frankly, I didn't think I would ever need, but they reached out to me and said, hey, will you give it a go and do an install and give your impressions of it? So I'm going to. And it's the Maxzina insulation pad. So this is basically a insulation mat that goes under the hood, because most cars do have these. The Maverick did not, but this little gizmo, it's like 70 bucks, is going to basically mount up just like so, and they claim it will cut down on interior noise. Let's give it a test and see what it can do. Let's go. Okay, so I've cut this mic off. I'm going to just be using the camera because what I want to do is give you an idea of what the inside sounds like without the mat installed. This is the hybrid, so when it's idling with battery, it's nothing. But let's go ahead and get the engine cranking.
Recording. 2 channels started.
So this gives you an idea of the engine noise. It's really not that bad in the Ford Maverick, especially the hybrid. And you can see it's really not terrible. So is this really going to have any difference? Well, let's find out. So as I showed, the interior noise wasn't terrible, but I would say this Ford Maverick is awfully rattly after putting about 23,000 miles on it. So maybe, just maybe, that insulation mat will help with a little bit of that. And when you hook it up, it's going to go into these holes here. 1 hole, 2 hole, a push pin, and then back here you put this, right here you put a screw angle on it and it twists and then you tighten it up. So the overall install seems like it's pretty basic and easy. And I do think in the winter, it is a level of insulation. I mean, this engine doesn't get too hot, but in any event, it will be there. But you got to remember, these mats can sometimes be prone to field mice in the winter. So if you have a car that's sitting a long time, the mice are like, hey, look at this, I can build a home in this insulation pad. So you want to keep an eye on that. But enough yapping, let's install it. So in the packaging for this Maxzina 22 to 25 Ford Maverick sound insulation pad, you're going to get 2 little plastic square snaps. You're going to get the screws with the spacers, and this is going to basically what goes inside that you hook it to. I think that's going to be a bit interesting. And they give you this little screwdriver. So what I'm going to do initially is, it says on the yellow sides, on the red ones you use the plastic snaps, yellow the screws with spacers. And those screws with spacers, I think it's going to go in kind of like that. Okay, so I'm going to try to put this bad boy on. The indentations face out according to the instructions. And the first holes seem like they're going to be these guys right here, these front ones. So these holes, and you just kind of slide that in, it looks like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed it. I'm going to take this off because this is going to go on the inside of that hole and create it. I'm going to put the hole through like that, and then I'm going to loosely put it on because I'm not sure how else I could probably feed it. So if you can see this here, you can see that I basically just have it going through the hole, right, like that, and then this is on that side. I thought that it would have went the other way, but you know, like with these indentations going out, but this is what the instructions call for, so I'm going to do exactly what they say. And then I'm taking my Phillips head screwdriver. I'm going to put that in like so, and then you tighten it. So it definitely catches. So what I did, just to give you an idea, a little bit up closer, I put this through the padding, okay? And then the screw went through the padding. And then this one on the outside, I put this into that, and then I started to tighten it. And that seemed to work okay. So let me give a shot on the other side here. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm taking this off. And you may be asking why I have that box here. It's so if I drop anything, it won't just go into the engine bay, because I am known for dropping stuff. I'm feeding it through that hole, just like so. I'm taking the metal on the back, and I'm going to just put it on just a little tight, just so it doesn't come off. Now, I read that some people were complaining that it felt like this didn't install too securely, but every car I've had with an insulation mat has just been plastic tabs for the most part, so I'm perfectly fine with this. I'm going to shove this up in the hole, so now it's in that hole, and then I'm going to start to tighten it, and then it turns that metal, and then it catches, basically. I'm just going to double check my work back here. It is in, and then the rest will go like so. So you can see exactly what I mean in here. This guy's nice and secure. This guy's nice and secure. And then you have the plastic tabs for this side. Okay, so these are the little plastic tab or plastic snaps that go in, and these holes should be pretty darn aligned. This will wiggle a little bit, so if you need to make it aligned, just loosen it up a little bit and then just kind of put it where you need it. So I have that there, and you take your hand and just pop it in. So see, boom, popped in. So then we take the next one here, same thing. Hold the top of the hood with the other hand and then push it in. And this is plastic, so, you know, you gotta be kind of careful. And then you push it in. So I got 1, 2. Seems fine to me. And now we have 4 more of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the back. Let's give those a shot. So I'm gonna do these the exact same way. I'm in like the straight sun now. So it's gonna go in the long slant back here. Once you start getting them aligned, you see exactly what I mean. So it's gonna go in here. So you basically kind of do it just like so. So the same process as before. I'm going to take my screwdriver. I'm going to remove the back here. I have this removed screw. I'm going to put it through the hole. I'm going to gently tighten it a little bit, like 1 or 2 threads on the inside. Let me show you. So you can see here that I just have it gently in there. So now I can actually feed it into this opening here. And then you basically will take your screwdriver and it will turn that metal bracket so it catches something to give. But then you can see how it hooks absolutely perfectly in there. No issues at all. So you're going to do the same thing for this one, the same thing for this one, and the same thing for this one. I want to give you a tip for doing the ones in the back, because I'm like 5'8", close to 5'9", so 5'8.5" if that's something. And it's hard for me to easily reach back here. I'm kind of leaning. So what I actually did was, instead of doing it a different way, I just took this and didn't even have to really take it off like I did on the other ones. And I just kind of fed it through like so. And then I just took my screwdriver and that allowed me to do it. If you recall on the other ones, I kind of undid the backing and did it. I probably didn't need to do that. I could have just probably have done it like this. And you can see I literally just did this install with one hand there. Okay, this install took less than 10 minutes. Little plastic push pins, these hold. I don't see any sagging. I have absolutely no concerns about this thing being an issue. You can see how it all went in. I'm pretty pleased with it in terms of like the install, and I actually think it looks kind of nice. I don't have any big issues. It would give me a little heat resistance to the underside of the hood and supposedly some noise cancellation. So let's go ahead and see just how much, if any, the sound is inside. So I'm going to take this mic off and just use the camera mic again. It is started. I'm in hybrid mode. Shut the door, put the window up, make it just like it was before. Let me wait for all of my gizmos to load.
Recording, 2 channels started.
All right, I'm holding the camera exactly where I held it before. I'm hitting the accelerator. Revving it.
Recording, 2 channels started.
There you have it. Okay, so there you have it. Was it a significant difference of noise inside? I think maybe at highway speeds, perhaps. I think it will absolutely kill some of the vibration. These Mavericks are getting really rattly inside. But overall, I mean, it's a $70 product. It's going to give you some insulation in the winter, which is never a bad thing for the engine compartment. It's going to prohibit any heat from just directly going up to the hood. It's also fire resistant, so I don't think it was too bad. So that's the Maxzina hood installation pad install. I will let you know how this goes as I drive. I like doing little things to my 2023 Ford Maverick. And this is a little thing that could have some benefit, easy to install and relatively affordable. The link is in the description to buy this, and I'm gonna pop it up right now so you can see it. It's a pleasure to test this, and I'll report back on how it does. Have a great day.